This is The Post Up with DJ Tricey Trice. I'm running my mouth on everything hot in sports, news, drama, and whatever is blowing up the timeline. Let's get into it. Welcome back to The Post Up. You already know me. I go by the name of DJ Tricey Trice, and I stay posted up right here running my mouth about sports. NBA season is back and is in full effect, y'all. We just watched the opening night. The Rockets just played the Oklahoma City Thunder on ring night, which was very, very, very much so the game to watch tonight. And then followed by the Golden State Warriors versus the Lakers. That one's a little bit more of a blowout. I thank you for joining me here. I go by the name of DJ Tricey Trice again, and I'm just giving you my unfiltered commentary about what I believe about the beginning of the NBA season. Now, this is the very first season where I'm going to talk about all teams. I usually just laser focus in on the Lakers, but you know what? I'm gonna talk about more. A lot of people have been liking some of the funny things that I've been saying about other teams, and I'm gonna broaden my horizons. I also think it's gonna be a little bit softer year on the Lakers. I'm not saying that I don't believe the Lakers are gonna be championship material. What I'm saying is I don't think it's smart right now to laser focus into that when there are so many more exciting things that are happening around the league. So if you are new here and not a Laker fan, I'm going to keep it under wraps. As you can see, I got some jerseys behind me. I got the Kobe. I got the Bron. You see what team I'm on, but you also know that I got a lot of hoops to talk about. So let's jump right into today's matchups. First things first, the Oklahoma City Thunder received their rings today, and it was a beautiful ring ceremony for a first-time franchise. It also was very symbolic that they were playing the Houston Rockets, and Kevin Durant is now on that team. Now, Kevin Durant came to the Oklahoma City Thunder as a young rookie, actually drafted by the Seattle Supersonics, then moved to the Oklahoma City Thunder when the team moved. So he's been in it for a while. He was doing it with Russ and young James Harden back in the day, and they couldn't get the job done. So it was very, full circle for him to play against the revamped young Oklahoma City Thunder with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander being the leader there. You got Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein, got J-Dub. So many just great players that are there and doing their thing. Now, I didn't think that game would be as close as it was going to be. But the new look Rockets, coached by Ime Udoka, really look good. They're playing unselfish basketball. They shooting lights out. Amen Thompson hurt himself. I saw a little bit of blood on his knee in there. I'm not sure what the exact injury was, but he didn't come back, and that was no big thing for the Rockets to stay in the game and stay in contention. But the big thing was fouls on both games, to be quite honest. Fouls kept people out of the game much longer than we wanted to see them out. And then even when the free throws were coming, Kevin Durant missed two huge timely free throws for the Houston Rockets that could have, helped them win as it got down to double overtime. First things first, those missed free throws were a shared kind of thing, and I think that's a thing we need to focus on. At the beginning of the NBA season, these players are extremely rusty. A lot of them haven't really played at full game speed. JJ Redick just went viral for saying he'd rather not have preseason and just practice for a month. Was that Joe Mazzulla? I think that was Joe Mazzulla. That wasn't JJ. My bad. That was Joe. I've been watching again. I'm broadening my horizons, so please forgive me here, but that was Joe Mazzulla who said that. Because, practicing actually would benefit the team to help find their rhythm earlier in the season, especially because a lot of those preseason games, you have to travel a lot, so you don't get to do a lot of that deep work. Training camp is very short. So we're going to see a lot of missed free throws, the details, these fouls, all those kinds of things kind of happen because the players are just getting back into regular game speed rhythm. Now, do I think, though, the Oklahoma City game should have went into overtime? No, I think that the players need to focus a lot more on being cleaner earlier in the game, and that way you don't have to go so far out of the realm in order to make the plays that you need to. Again, if KD had made those free throws, and then Shai even missed one at the end of an overtime that could have tied up the game, but it ended up going in their favor. So big shouts out to the Oklahoma City Thunder for their first championship. I don't foresee it being a second one back-to-back. They might fight for it and get it that way, but back-to-back is really hard. NBC NBA on NBC was just teasing that Michael Jordan interview and talking about dynasties and all those things. So we'll continue to see how that plays out. But the young guys are playing. Glad they won on ring night. That would have been insane. Sengun is looking really good, y'all. And if he hadn't fouled out, he probably would have got way, way more. Let's move on to the Lakers versus the Warriors game. We missed a couple like the first and a little bit of the second quarter, but it was streaming on Peacock. So if that ever happens again with the overtime, y'all, it's streaming on Peacock. You can go and just look at the individual games. I stayed and watched and then just rewatched during halftime. But the Lakers were off to a good start. And so far, DeAndre Ayton, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's not playing like I thought he would have played. He's domination is his big thing. And it's like he keeps putting the ball on the floor and people keep picking the ball. So I would just like to see him put the ball straight back up. Very much Shaq-esque, dominate that way, get that rebound and put the ball right back up. Because bringing it down is just letting those guards get their hands in there and all this pump faking. And I get it. Everybody's just finding their rhythm with their new team. So I'm not judging so far. But, DeAndre Ayton really needs to step up that game. I honestly... Who is the other? Hold on, wait 1 second, y'all. Let me pull this up. Okay, I was thinking of Jackson Hayes. I would have liked to see more minutes from Jackson Hayes just because he's a little bit more explosive, and him and Luka together, they play that pick and roll really, really, really nice. Jackson Hayes only played 14 minutes tonight. What do you got? 2 points? 2 points on the game? 4 points? Not terrible, but it's like, all right, cool. Man, we could have did a little bit better than that. Because DeAndre Ayton, what he scored, he had 10 points. That's not bad. -4 in the plus minus. It's really just with him, what I've noticed is just that footwork underneath. He had a travel call, just doing the small things. Like I said, I think he'll get a lot better once things actually start to shake out. Austin Reeves, 36 minutes, 26 points, doing his thing. No LeBron, so everybody had to step their game up. I would have thought Rui with 35 minutes would have stepped up more than 9 points, especially with LeBron being out and him and LeBron having that similar play style because they've been practicing a lot together. I just wish Rui would have stepped up a little bit more. I had him for 12.5 points on my prize picks, which I did not win because he did not have 12.5 points. But either way it goes, I'm not salty about it. But him and Gabe Vincent, I would have expected to hit more. Gabe Vincent in the preseason was looking like he was going to shoot lights out for those 3-pointers, and we just did not see that tonight. We didn't see that as much as we wanted to. Marcus Smart was fouling way too much. I get the physical play and all those things, but we need you on the floor, brother. 9 points, we need a little bit more from that. Jake LaRavia, I didn't hate his time, 5 points. Jared Vanderbilt, 0 points. I did have him for 4 field goals attempted, and he did do that. But 0 points? Come on, man. Like, I understand that Jared Vanderbilt is a defensive player, so I get that. But, bro, we got to do a lot better than 0 points. Let's talk about the Golden State Warriors. They were talking about a championship, and they still had a chance of a championship in the press before, and I'm like, how do they think they have a chance to win a championship? But then you see them play together, and you're like, all right, cool, they got the makings of some good things. Draymond Green got his first technical foul in the first 6 minutes of the game. No surprise there. Draymond just wanted to prime the league for all of the following technical fouls that will surely happen because he is who he is. Jimmy Butler with 31 points in the first game. Did not see that coming. A lot of that was from the free throw line. He was out there foul baiting like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. But if Shea is going to do it, Jimmy's going to do it. More power to you. Jonathan Kuminga, 17 points. Listen, when they treat that guy right and you see that he's actually getting the time that he deserves, he's making the points. 32 minutes, 17 points. +4 in the plus minus column. Very, very great game. Pajimski even was doing his thing there. 7 points, but he had a timely 3 that really made a difference. Steph Curry being Steph Curry, 23 points. Oh my God. Buddy Hield off the bench, 17. Just couldn't stop hitting threes. So that's really all she wrote there. The Lakers with all the turnovers. That's really, really what did it there. Let me see how many turnovers they had, but really that third quarter was the difference. The Golden State Warriors outscored the Lakers by 10 points, and that was the deficit that the Lakers lost by. It was just no way. Even in the fourth quarter, the Lakers outscored Golden State by 1 point, but there was just no way they could catch up after that huge onslaught of points there in the third quarter. The Golden State Warriors, 18 turnovers, that seems insane for this, again, first game. Lakers had 19, so even more there. Yeah, it was not a great first game for the Lakers, especially a first home game. We really got to step it up. No Bron. People keep saying that, all the things about Bron and, him, they ready for him to retire and stuff. But we see what the Lakers look like without LeBron. I'm excited to see the next games that are to come. So that was the 2 games that were the opening day matchups, 2 of the OG rivalries. Next, coming up tomorrow, the Cleveland Cavaliers are playing the Knicks. That was a great Eastern Conference matchup from last year that we'll see. There's a lot of different players on a lot of different teams, y'all. So, hey, I just talked about Deandre Ayton. That's a huge addition for the Lakers. We got some different additions for the Cavaliers and Knicks that I'll talk about tomorrow, as well as the Hornets are playing the Nets. The Magic are playing the Heat. The Hawks are playing the Raptors. The Celtics are playing the 76ers. That's going to be a game to watch. The Pistons are playing the Bulls. The Pelicans are playing the Grizzlies. Is this all tomorrow? All these games at the same time. Wizards are playing the Bucks. And the Jazz are playing the Clippers. Mavericks are playing the Spurs. That 6 p.m. game is going to be the one to watch. 6:30 p.m. PT, my time. And then the Trailblazers are playing the Timberwolves, which is going to be a good one as well. And the Kings, Russell Westbrook is over there. He let us know he was over there 5 days after his contract by saying that he didn't like the fake stuff with LeBron. You had all summer to say that, brother. But we know that you got a new contract and you are on the Kings. So that's where Russell Westbrook is. Excited to see what they are doing. And that is the full Wednesday slate. That's a lot of games. This is going to be my first week of trying to manage all of those games. Now, what I will say is I'm used to managing games that are all starting at the same time because I'm an OG WNBA fan and all the games be starting that way. A lot of these games I'm going to kind of skim over because they're not large market teams. I do want to see that Clippers Jazz because I want to see what the Clippers are looking like post Norman Powell, all that. The Heat got a lot of different players. So really, I'm priming myself to just watch a lot of basketball. So make sure you keep it locked right here if you're listening in audio. My Revolt audience, thank you so much for staying tapped in. For all of the people that are discovering me on social media, or if you haven't found me on social media, you can follow me at DJ Tricey Trice. That's at DJ TRICEY TRICE. I'm going to stay posted up right here running my mouth about sports and giving y'all some quick rundowns of the NBA games. For the first time, we're going around the league. So keep rocking with me. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. And I will be right here posted up running my mouth about sports. All right, that's a wrap on the post up. I ran my mouth, said what I said, and now it's your turn. Drop a comment, share it, and come back tomorrow because I'm not done talking. And make sure you follow me on social media at DJ Tricey Trice. That's at DJ TRICEY TRICE. I'll be posted up here, y'all.